Alright, how's it going, guys? I was asked to check something out. So, we are here checking out the X248 mod for Factorio. And apparently, this starts out pretty basic, just like your normal game. Let's see, research. So, it looks like they have changed some of the icons in here. Got speed modules there. And this has black holes, white holes. I read about that before. So we're just going to do the basic start here at the beginning. Clean up this mess around here. Gather us a little bit of iron plating while we do so. Alright, and we have coal, iron, and stone right there together. And we have copper right there. Our near spiders are going to be down there. We are in a desert, so we have very little trees to keep things away from us here. And since this is going to be a look at how you get a start in the mod, I'm going to go ahead and pause here and get the basic stuff done to start research. And I'll be back with you when I have that all set up. Alright, so we're back. I did a very minimalistic start here as I normally do. I don't like to make a lot of burning mining drills because usually they're not used for anything and they just sit in a chest. And I feel they're a waste, so I have one down there running that I'm hand filling. And then I have automated the coal to the iron for the furnace because you need a lot more iron at this point than you do copper. And I will work on getting that automated over here to our lab, which I put over here at the water. So we can go ahead and throw some coal in here. Just got a basic setup here for making some power. And we need to make us 10 of these. And that will get our first research done, which we're going to do automation. With that, we can get to electronics. We're also going to need to do logistics, but I want to be able to automate my research first. So we're going to do that, get it out of the way. And I'll be back with you when we got a little bit more done here. Alright, so automation is done. We now have assembly machines and long-handled inserters. And if we do logistics, we can get splitters and undergrounds. And until we get to electric miners, that's probably the best thing to do right now. I don't need lights, turrets, walls, military. We might get into this one so we can start on the electric stage, but yeah, I think we're going to go with this first because we'll need that for working things around here. So I'm going to go ahead and work on getting this up and going a little bit better, and I'll see you with the next one. Alright, so I went ahead and moved my lab over here, and I'm about to set up my first electric miner here. for getting coal, and I ended up using up my first iron spot there, so I just moved that up there. So now we are mining coal, and now I'm going to work on running a belt, which I'm going to need a lot more iron for. I am going to work on running that over here to the boiler so that our boiler keeps running to power our miner and our lab. The next step will be to get coal down there to the copper and get the copper and the iron somewhere where I can set them to go into the lab. So we'll have to do a little bit of automation for that. So give me a bit and I'll be back with you at that point. Alright, so I'm setting up my first two assemblers here. This one will be for making iron gears. This one will be for making our automation. Go ahead and throw the copper in there, the iron in there, hit Alt so y'all can see what's in there. And I'm going to make a couple electric inserters. I have managed to get the coal ran all the way over to the boiler. You can see the belt right there, and it's nice and full. So I'll make us two inserters here, which will go from there to there, there to there, and we'll move the lab to right there, and then they can make our science and get us our logistics done. As soon as the logistics are done and I have a splitter, I'm going to run the coal down to the copper down there. So I will be back with you when we get to that point. Alright, our logistics just got done. And we're going to go ahead and do the electronics next, which is going to need 30. And with that, I can now make a splitter and an underground, splitter being the one I need. And we're going to go ahead and put that right here. And that will send our coal off down to our copper. And I've already gotten started on getting a iron smelting area up here. So I'm going to work on that while I let the electronics run and finish setting up getting the coal down here to the copper. And then we'll work on getting the coal and the copper and the iron up here and start us a bit of a main line. So be back with y'all in just a little bit. Alright, so I got my first bit of automation done almost. Need to make a underground belt here, cross over there, and an inserter to go there, which is just out of reach of my power poles. So we'll put another one of them in right here. That'll take care of this one when I get the copper ready. We still got plenty of copper, so that'll take care of that for now. So all I basically did was a pretty basic smelting setup. I got 2 electric miners at the moment with 2 stone furnaces. You can tell they are not enough, so I will probably make 2 more of them here. And I will take the 2 miners I have here and put them over here to start gathering stone. Not going to automate them for that purpose. At least not at the moment. Until we need stone brick or something. We'll just set it up just like that. And we'll make us a chest to put in the middle. I'll get this set correctly here. There we go. And then we'll just let each of these have 10 cobble. That'll get us stone for making more furnaces. And we'll move this furnace up here. So the next thing I'm going to work on, as my electronics get done there, is I'm going to work on getting the copper up here instead of running the coal all the way down there. I'm going to work on getting the copper up here and set up a smelting area for copper. So I will be back with you when our electronics gets done or my copper area is set up. See you in just a few. Alright, so the electronics is done. And I got the starts of our copper area over here. I went ahead and turned the coal. It's heading down that direction. I did go ahead and run a belt up from our current copper just to keep the thing full, but now we're going to change that belt over to be bringing ore up. So we can go ahead and start on steel production or this electronic stage, which allows you to get into your first stage of the 248K mod. But I was looking at the map here, and we are getting really close. So we're going to go ahead and start on military science so we can get an SMG first. And that'll be pretty quick. We can also get a shotgun, and we can get that out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and go through and get that done, finish up our copper smelting area, and I'll be back with you after we start the electronic stage here and see what the first part of X248 is. Alright, so I've got most of the basic automation stuff taken care of here. I went ahead and researched the walls and the turrets, got that done, and started on the 248 electric stage stuff. I took out 1 biter nest here and 2 down here. Looks like I'm going to have to go and deal with this one soon. But we are mining lots of iron. Got a bunch set up here cooking. And I also started steel. Got that going. Very basic setup there for it at the moment. And I started mining stone over here. Got my first radar in. And this is our basic copper setup. It's all I really need at the moment. We got a very basic circuit setup. I'll be changing this soon to do my normal pyramid, but this is just a basic one so I could get all of the basic stuff here. I went ahead and moved my research over here, added another one, and I'll be starting on automating assembling machines and miners soon. But I will be back with you guys in the next episode when we actually look at what's beyond this electric stage and when we get into the actual 248 mod. So that's it for this video. Just I guess a prequel to the actual mod when we get there. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.